This morning, 13 investigates the gun trail. How police throughout central Indiana are working together to track guns used in crimes and then eventually catch the people pulling the trigger. Our Dustin Grove shows us the unique approach and why it's getting national attention.
Every gun leaves a smoking trail, and when it's used in a crime, it's the job of these men and women to follow it.
We're able to link that gun and then work from backwards and find out who was in possession of that gun.
Police officers, crime scene investigators, prosecutors, and federal agents, all working in the same office on Indy's East Side. They make up the Indiana Crime Gun Task Force. Lieutenant Ron Brezik is in charge.
The whole concept of bringing in all of the agencies from the surrounding counties, intel analysts, and ATF agents is we work together to better our communication.
Brezik says the task force allows for a coordinated and uniform approach in processing, collecting, and analyzing gun evidence throughout central Indiana. That means better tracking of crime guns and shooting suspects who travel beyond county lines and throughout the state. Evidence is collected at the scene, processed in a lab, and the information passed on to detectives and prosecutors in a matter of hours instead of weeks. During their first year, they've also learned a lot.
It's a small group of people doing the majority of the shooting, whether it be shots fired or homicides.
Since forming last year, Brezik says they're off to a good start.
If we can do what we can to get guns off the street, to get some of the players off the street, then I think that it's well served for the whole community.
And what makes this unique is that police say no one else in the country is doing it this way, bringing in officers and crime lab analysts and federal agents and prosecutors into one office to work together full time. So many other cities have called and asked about this approach and how it's working that the Department of Justice decided to hold its annual national conference in Indianapolis this summer to talk about it.
Wow, impressive. Thank you, Dustin. And since the Indiana Crime Gun Task Force began last year, they have made 419 state and federal arrests, so it's working. They've also received more than 2,600 leads on cases and seized 2,678 firearms.